So yeah, I've been following this R. Kelly case or whatever, and I'm not in support of R. Kelly by no means. I'm glad that they finally got his ass like off the street, nailed him to the wall on something. You know what I'm saying? Um, because I believe I'm a firm believer in wherever there's smoke, it's some fire. It might not be that particular fire, but it's some fire. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't. I don't believe they proved their case as far as underage, teenage girl situation. Because I watched day after day, grown folks that made conscious decisions. They had access to airplanes to fly back and forth. So as far as being held against hostage, they're hostage, held against their will and being held hostage. I didn't see none of the people that testified prove their case that they were held against their will. Now, what I will say, some sick shit happened to these folks if they're telling the truth. My thing is this, though. If you have free will to go back and forth, you got peed on yesterday, why are you back here today? If somebody slapped the piss out of you last week, why are you here today? Why are you spending nights? Why are you staying? Why do you keep coming back on your own free will? That was a dude who said. They even had a dude testify and say he was sexually abused. This mother effer said that he wanted to work with R. Kelly when he was 19. He went to the studio. R. Kelly, I guess, tried to make him, suck a little something, whatever, for a beat or whatever. And it made me uncomfortable. That's why I said whatever. It makes me uncomfortable even talking about this or even thinking about this. But it is what it is. We grown. So anyway, tried to make him perform sexual favors in exchange to do music with him or make a beat or do whatever. The dude claimed he told R. Kelly, I don't get down like that, man. Why you gonna come at me like that or whatever? And apparently, allegedly, R. Kelly said to him, well, look, man, just keep it between me and you, man. I ain't gonna approach you like that no more. That was when the guy was 19. And so when the cross-examiner asked the guy when the last time he worked with R. Kelly, he said right before he got arrested for this trial. So when the cross-examiner asked him, well, how old are you now? I'm 34. Man, why are you here, bro? You say that this shit happened when you was 19 and you was sexually taken advantage of when you was 19, but you continued to work with this man up until recent. He got arrested and you're 34 years old. One lady said she lied about her age. Another lady said she provided a fake ID. So all of these grown folks that's on here testifying are not without blame that some of this stuff happened to them. One of the ladies said she flew to Orlando. He flew her out to Chicago. She felt sexually misused. She flew home, but she flew back the next week. He gave her another opportunity to redeem herself sexually. He was still not impressed with her, I guess, sexual ability or whatever it is that she did in bed. Sent her home. She flew back. This goes on until I guess she felt comfortable with her sexual performance. But the thing that all of these people had were hopes that they would have a successful music career in the end. Now, they found this dude guilty on all charges or whatever. I feel like some of these grown folks and some of these parents should be held accountable for some of this stuff that went on. Like I said, though, I'm not a supporter of R. Kelly in this particular situation because he done a lot of dirty shit, a lot of dirty stuff to a lot of people. But I feel like he got railroaded in this, with the charges they charged him with and the stuff he got found guilty of. If he would have had money to have a better defense, he could have beat this case. But the thing that got him is that they said it was conspiracy, racketeering, and some mobster type shit, sex trafficking and all of this, which basically means that he used his money, wealth, fame, and notoriety to do diabolical stuff, or persuade and convince people, influence them to do stuff that they would not have done if he wasn't who he was, which I still don't understand how that's his fault, because they were trying to use him just like he was trying to use them. But nevertheless, fuck him. I mean, lock him up. Because another thing they had into court is that they falsified Aaliyah's birth certificate to make her 3 years older than what she really was, because they thought she was pregnant and he didn't want to go to jail. So in order for him not to go to jail, his wife would not be in a position to testify against him for having sex while he's 25 and she's 15 years old. So they made an executive decision to falsify her birth certificate and marry her. What about the people, the lady, the clerk at the DPS office, at the DMV, who falsified the document? Why is she not on trial? Why are the people that helped this mother effer do all this diabolical stuff, why are they not on trial? A lot more people need to be going to jail. And so my thing is this. The question comes up. People talking about throwing out they not listening to R. Kelly, mute R. Kelly, don't play him on the radio or whatever. They're not listening to him, whatever. Then that's your business. My thing is this. When I hear Honey Love, when I was in ninth grade, 8th grade, when that song came out, I don't think about no pedophile shit. I think about my little girlfriend that I had in the 7th or 8th grade, and what I was doing at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? When I hear 12 play or whatever, I'm a little older at this time. My puberty is kicked in. I'm thinking, this is what I think about, what I was doing. I don't think about what R. Kelly might have been or might not have been talking about in those songs. And another thing, I paid my hard-earned money for a lot of them damn CDs that came out in the 90s and early 2000s. I remember getting in my Cadillac, driving up Cross Timbers, going to Soundwave specifically to buy these particular CDs so that I can listen to them in my free time while I'm riding in my car. So you better goddamn believe that I'm definitely, when I feel like hearing that music, R. Kelly's music, because I feel like the dude is undeniable, probably the most talented songwriter and singer and producer that we probably ever seen. I don't think about no pedophile shit or no pissing on. I don't think about none of that. I spend my money on that music. So it's my music. I own the rights to that shit, and I'm going to play it. So anybody, if you come to any one of my residences and R. Kelly is playing, hey, you are welcome to turn around and head back outside until the song go off. Because it's going to get played around here. Step in the Name of Love. I mean, I remember my little kid when he was in the 1st grade and he believed he can fly walking across the graduation stage or whatever. It's a lot of memories that's tied to this stuff. You can't just not play it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, but for somebody like me, I love music. I listen to music all the time. It's a part of my day, every day. I ain't throwing out shit. So don't get offended when you hear it. And that's that. Lock him up, though. I hope you have a rough time in the pen while I'm out here having a good time listening to all that good music that he left behind. Y'all be cool.